what could Diana be afraid of? Like, what is her nightmare, right? I can't imagine she is in fear of anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, when Brittany came to me with this, I felt like immediately my response is herself. There's two different levels to that, I think, and one is, very tied into, canon continuity, which is she is the daughter of Zeus. She's related to all of these gods, and the Greek gods, if you've ever seen anything that they're related to, are horrible. They're awful people. Like, they do terrible things. Like, often these demigods are monsters that need to be put down, and that's her heritage. So there's a fear of, her family, that sort of lineage of madness. But then there's also a fear that we especially hit in that second issue, sorry, I'm still in TV mode, of fear that you're maybe not the good person you kind of thought you were. That, it's that fear you have late at night when you look in the mirror and was I a coward today? I'm holding myself to these standards, but am I making the world a worse place by existing? So we me and Juan Ferrer, who's the artist, who is just so beautiful and so fantastic, his art's so good, really tried to put together a story that combines that very existential fear with a very body horror centric, sort of monster centric nightmare that kind of warps and turns around. The labyrinth is sort of the labyrinth of her mind that she's kind of trapped in. Even though theoretically she knows that she is in the nightmare realm, it's still preying on her just as much.
Well, I saw on that first cover what looked like some of her teammates from Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
How do they sort of fit into the puzzle?
Yeah, so this is a magical threat, and this is kind of exactly the thing that Justice League Dark was created, and Diana had a big part in that, to fight. So it makes sense that she's one of the few people who kind of know she's in a dream. She's going to get the team that she knows to come together and fight this magical threat. And it made sense for me, sort of the other teammates that you see sort of awake-ish in knowing lucid dreaming, knowing what's going on in that first issue is Constantine, because he's the guy who's always oh, I've done this crazy thing, I've done that crazy thing, this is a walk in the park for me. And Detective Chimp, because I love Detective Chimp. He's the world's greatest chimp who is a detective. So, it's just felt like the right amount of sort of Justice League Dark members to see as they all still get trapped within this nightmare.